The Parisian air was crisp and invigorating, a refreshing change from the recycled cabin air of the plane. As I stepped off the plane, the excitement of being in one of the most iconic cities in the world began to sink in. The airport buzzed with activity, a blend of travelers from all corners of the globe, each with their own story and destination. I felt a sense of unity in this shared space, a melting pot of cultures converging in the heart of France. The air was infused with a subtle scent of freshly baked bread, a tantalizing hint of the culinary delights that awaited me. Excitement bubbled inside me. This was it. I was finally here, ready to embark on my Parisian adventure. My Parisian adventure was finally beginning. With a map in hand and a heart full of anticipation, I navigated through the bustling terminal, eager to explore every nook and cranny of this enchanting city. After clearing customs, I easily navigated the metro to my charming Airbnb in Le Marais. The metro system was efficient and user-friendly, making it a breeze to get around the city. Each station had its own unique character, adding to the charm of the journey. The neighborhood was a mix of trendy boutiques and historic architecture. Le Marais, with its cobblestone streets and vibrant atmosphere, felt like a perfect blend of the old and the new. It was a place where history and modernity coexisted harmoniously. It was the perfect home base for exploring the city. My Airbnb was cozy and inviting, with a view that captured the essence of Parisian charm. From my window, I could see the bustling streets below, a constant reminder of the adventure that awaited. I dropped off my bags and decided to immediately dive into the city's energy. There was no time to waste. Paris was calling and I was ready to answer. A stroll through the cobblestone streets led me to a quaint little creperie. The aroma of freshly made crepes filled the air, drawing me in like a magnet. It was impossible to resist the allure of this quintessential Parisian treat. I savored a Nutella crepe while watching locals go about their day. The crepe was warm and delicious, a perfect blend of flavors that melted in my mouth. As I sat there, I felt a deep sense of contentment, knowing that this was just the beginning of my journey. It was the perfect Parisian welcome. The cafe culture, the friendly locals, and the vibrant energy of the city made me feel right at home. I knew that this trip was going to be something special, a series of unforgettable moments strung together like pearls on a necklace. With a heart full of anticipation, I knew this solo trip was going to be unforgettable. Every corner of Paris held a promise of discovery, and I was ready to embrace it all. The City of Lights had already begun to weave its magic around me, and I couldn't wait to see what lay ahead. My first full day in Paris was dedicated to the classics. I had always dreamed of visiting this city, and now that I was finally here, I wanted to make the most of every moment. The excitement was palpable as I planned my itinerary, eager to explore the iconic landmarks that make Paris so enchanting. I started with the Eiffel Tower, of course. This Iron Lady of Paris has always been a symbol of romance and grandeur. Standing at its base, I felt a mix of awe and anticipation. The lines were long, but the view from the top was worth every minute of the wait. As I ascended, the city unfolded beneath me, revealing its intricate tapestry of streets and rooftops. Paris sprawled beneath me, a breathtaking panorama of history and beauty. The Seine River snaked through the city, and landmarks like the Arc de Triomphe and Sacré-Cœur stood out against the skyline. I snapped photos to capture the moment, but nothing could truly capture the feeling of being there. The crisp air, the distant hum of the city, and the sheer scale of the view were beyond words. Next, I wandered towards Notre Dame. The walk along the Seine was picturesque, with street artists and bookstalls adding to the charm. The cathedral's Gothic facade was even more impressive up close. The intricate details of the stonework and the towering spires were a testament to the craftsmanship of a bygone era. I spent time inside, admiring the stained glass windows and feeling dwarfed by the sheer scale of the architecture. The play of light through the colored glass created a serene and almost otherworldly atmosphere. The energy of the city was palpable as I walked along the Seine, soaking in the sights and sounds of Paris at its most iconic. The gentle lapping of the river, the distant chatter of locals and tourists alike, and the ever-present aroma of freshly baked bread from nearby boulangeries made the experience truly unforgettable. Every corner of Paris seemed to whisper stories of its rich history and vibrant culture, making me fall in love with the city even more. After a morning of landmark hopping, I stumbled upon a hidden gem of a cafe tucked away on a quiet side street. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee lured me inside. It was a cozy space, filled with the murmur of conversations and the gentle clinking of coffee cups. I ordered a café au lait and a pain au chocolat. As I savored each bite, I felt a sense of contentment wash over me. This, I realized, was what Paris was all about. The simple pleasures, the unexpected discoveries, the moments of quiet beauty. It was a reminder to slow down, to savor the experience, and to let Paris work its magic. Solo female travel comes with its own set of considerations, but I never let that hold me back. I've learned that a little bit of awareness and preparation can go a long way. In Paris, I always made sure to stay in well-lit and populated areas, especially at night. I kept a copy of my passport and important documents separate from my belongings, and I always let someone know my itinerary. But beyond the practicalities, I also believe in trusting my instincts. If a situation or a person made me feel uncomfortable, I removed myself. My safety was my priority, and by being prepared and aware, I was free to embrace all the joy and adventure that Paris had to offer. The beauty of Paris extends far beyond its famous landmarks. In the afternoon, I decided to venture off the beaten path. I hopped on the metro and headed to Montmartre, the charming artists' district. The streets here were a labyrinth of cobblestones and colorful buildings. Street art adorned every corner and the air buzzed with a creative energy. I wandered through the Place du Théâtre, where artists displayed their work. I watched as a caricaturist captured the likeness of a giggling couple. The whole area felt like a celebration of art and life. It was a side of Paris I was thrilled to discover. Section 6. The Symphony of Solo Travel. There's a unique rhythm to solo travel, a symphony of independence and introspection. As I explored Paris, I found myself reflecting on my journey. I loved the freedom to set my own pace, to linger where I wanted, and to change plans on a whim. There was a sense of empowerment in navigating a new city on my own terms, but it wasn't just about independence. Solo travel also opened me up to connections with others. I chatted with fellow travelers from around the world. I exchanged smiles with locals, and in those moments of shared experience, I realized that even when traveling alone, I was never truly alone. Section 7. Paris, After Dark. As dusk settled over Paris, the city took on a magical glow. I decided to experience the City of Lights in all its nocturnal splendor. I walked along the Seine, the river shimmering beneath the streetlights. The Eiffel Tower twinkled in the distance, a beacon of Parisian charm. I found a spot on a bridge and watched as boats cruised by. Couples strolled hand in hand, their laughter echoing through the air. Street musicians filled the night with music. It was a perfect Parisian evening filled with romance and beauty. Section 8. A Toast to Solo Adventures. My solo adventure in Paris was everything I had hoped for and more. The City of Lights welcomed me with open arms, and I found myself lost in its charm and elegance. From the moment I arrived, I knew this journey would be special. It was a whirlwind of iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and unexpected discoveries. The Eiffel Tower stood tall and proud, a symbol of the city's grandeur. Notre Dame, with its intricate architecture, left me in awe. The Louvre, a treasure trove of art and history, was a feast for the eyes. And then there were the moments of pure Parisian magic. Listening to a street musician play a soulful tune, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and pink, these were the experiences that made my heart sing. But more than that, it was a journey of self-discovery. Sitting in a quaint cafe, journaling my thoughts, I found clarity and peace. Reflecting by the Seine, I realized how far I had come, not just in miles, but in personal growth. It was a testament to the empowering nature of solo travel. Navigating through bustling markets, capturing memories with selfies, I felt a newfound confidence. I was no longer just a tourist. I was a traveler, embracing every moment. It taught me to embrace the unknown, to trust my instincts, and to make decisions with conviction. Every turn, every choice was a step towards self-reliance and independence, and to savor every moment of the journey. Whether it was enjoying a freshly baked croissant at a local cafe, or simply pausing to take in the breathtaking cityscape, I learned to appreciate the beauty in the details. As I sipped a glass of wine that evening, overlooking the city lights, I felt a deep sense of gratitude. Paris had given me more than just memories. It had given me a piece of itself. I made a silent toast. A toast to the city that had welcomed me, to the experiences that had shaped me, and to the journey that lay ahead. A toast to solo female travelers everywhere, to their courage, their independence, and their unquenchable thirst for adventure. We are the explorers, the dreamers, the ones who dare to step out of our comfort zones. May we continue to explore the world, one solo adventure at a time. Each journey is a story, each destination a chapter in the book of our lives. With every step we take, we write our own narratives, filled with courage, discovery, and endless possibilities. So here's to the solo adventurers, the brave souls who wander the world with an open heart and an adventurous spirit. May our journeys be long, our stories rich, and our hearts forever curious. Section 9. Embrace the unknown. If there's one thing I've learned from my travels, it's that the world is a book and those who don't travel only read one page. So to my fellow women, I urge you to embrace the unknown. Step outside your comfort zone. Book that solo trip you've been dreaming of. The world is waiting to be explored, and there's no better time than now to start your own adventure. Safe travels, and may your journeys be filled with joy, discovery, and unforgettable moments.